Hello. It's me, Punk Brock, everybody's lowest effort VTuber streamer. I'm tired. Hello. Alright. Lowest effort? Was I playing with a controller? Nah, I wasn't, was I? We're back! I was supposed to be playing Pokemon today, but I want to finish this game. This game's so fucking good. I want to keep playing it. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. Chat is eating stream. Yeah, I've only just added it, so let's figure it out. How big do we want chat to be? How big do you want to be, chat? I can get rid of you like whoop-a, so there can be like one message on screen at a time. Fuck the rodents? What? ¿Por qué? What do you mean? What are you talking about? That's probably fine. We love rodents in this stream. What rodents? What? I forgot what happened in this game, though. I'm not gonna lie. What was the last thing that happened? Okay. Because we kind of just finished, like, quote-unquote, Chapter 1. I said I didn't want to play with them. Oh, naruhodo. Yes, Pokemon. Yeah, look, I promise I'm not just, like, abandoning Pokemon by the wayside. I'm just, like, I just really want to finish this. We'll get back. We'll get back to little baby man and his team of rodents, all right? Don't worry. The rodents is still there. I just really want to finish this game. I don't know if we're going to finish it today, but I'm just, like, stoked. Well, I forgot it's a voice acting game, isn't it? Sorry, it's going to be low energy today. I was out in the garden, and I've exerted myself quite a bit. I've also been... I got a treadmill for the house. So I've been, like, exercising. And you know how when you exercise it, like... You know, you gotta break yourself to build yourself back up. Well, I'm currently broken. How Mother Nature of me. Well, it's been we've been in this house for like, I don't know, 3 months or something. And the garden, I honestly, the move would probably have been to just sort the garden out as soon as we moved in, before stuff started growing. And then, like, God, you should have I think Raph took some pictures. Like, the garden was like so full of like ankle high weeds. So then we got out there with a rake and some, you know, some gloves, pulled it all up, but then we haven't kind of touched it for a week or two. So more weeds have grown because that's what they do. But yes, I was out in the garden with a trowel and a rake before. So I'm propping myself up. It's fine. All right. We'll get the energy back. We'll get the energy back. I've got water. That's it. That's all I've got. All right. You try and remember everyone's voices. I think I remember the voices. Oh yeah. Okay, so night 1. Where are we at? So this is kind of nothing. So Shogo's out of the picture. Shogo's dead. And the business guy got his curse. As far as Hathaway is like back home now. And she hasn't really done anything, right? Because we just had that conversation with Richter on the bridge. We just had the conversation with the art student girl who doesn't have a curse, but wants to bring back, like, I forgot the name of the famous Japanese artist. But although does she have? She might. I mean, she might. We don't know. But I think she knows we have one anyway. Yeah, then we go back home. These guys... My guy here is just collecting curse stones. So we got the lantern one. We got the leg one. And we have our own, which is the lying one. And then Yakko. Oh, yeah. So we've kind of figured out who the serial killer is, right? The serial killer's got to be like the janitor. Oh, yeah, and he rang him and threatened... Yeah. Okay. I'm back. I remember everything that has happened so far. Okay, good morning, Dishonest. We'll go back into... We'll see what the cops are up to. Okay, it does a Priggly on Lost. Summary of previous events. Hajime Yoshime's death. Nejima's threat of mass murder. The problems just pile up, putting the detective's goal of collecting all the curse stones in jeopardy. Tatsumi leaves Eryo to handle the investigation while he catches a quick break. So this is the day after, right? Yeah, 9 a.m. I kind of thought the game would take place over one night, but I guess not. Kinshibori Park. Here's my boys. Oh, hopefully audio is okay as well. I lowered it quite a bit, but I think it'll hopefully be good. Sorry for the wait, boss, but I managed to gather some information. Took you long enough. What you got? Things at the station were pretty hectic, but I managed to get some info. Let me fill you in. Thanks, the floor's yours. The serial killings. A total of 3 mysterious deaths were confirmed in the area. Oh yeah, we don't know who the 3 deaths were. So one is definitely Shogo. Assumedly the other 2 were in the school. Maybe it's the teacher and the student that were there. Start with that one. The young man we found here. Pobre Shogo. He's been identified as Shogo Oki, 25 years old. A regular old office worker who worked around here. He died of asphyxiation due to water in the lungs. Yeah, he drowned. Yeah. Kind of put that together. He drowned in the middle of the park. We don't know who the second or third one are, right? The only one we know is him. Because Mio's death wasn't canon. About that, boss. Isn't this park associated with one of those 7 mysteries too? Oh, we know this one. The Whispering Canal. That's right, the Whispering Canal. It does seem like there'd be a link between a canal and death by drowning, don't you think? Sharp thinking, Eryo. You're starting to get the hang of this. Let's assume they're related. What next? Oh, here we go. Before that, the body of a woman was found behind a residential complex in Kamizawa. There's also the feet guy. Yeah, but I guess we don't necessarily know if they found that body. But yeah, they say that he had dregs in, right? The victim's been identified as Tawako Hayashi, 29 years old. She was an office worker who lived on her own in the area. So the cause of death, well, yeah. The entirety of her body was crushed by some kind of strong external force. So yeah, this is the foot washing one. No murder weapon was discovered in the area, but considering the way she was found, we're looking for something large, flat, and heavy that could have crushed her in one fell swoop. Hang on, are you saying she was stepped on? Meaning the foot washing mansion. Exactly. Crushing is the foot washing mansion's modus operandi. The second is the cop in the park. I don't think it is. I think that was before all this started happening. The place the body was discovered is also known to be related to the 7 mysteries. Then is this Namagaki's doing? Shit, I knew he'd used it. Judging by the amount of soul dregs, the victim was just a regular person, not a curse bearer. Guess we should report this to Paranormal Affairs. Got it. And as for the 3rd victim, I think this is going to be the school. I think someone's died in the school. Oh. Yeah, the teacher died. He was identified as Kohei Jonoichi, 32, a teacher at Komagata High. He was found in the school's courtyard. Cause of death appears to be external trauma from a fall or heavy blow. The impact crushed his arms and legs. Since he was found in the middle of a courtyard, he couldn't have fallen from the gymnasium or the main building. A teacher dying at school? Not just any school. Komagata House is one of the 7 mysteries. It's the Fool's Procession, right? Yeah. It's where the Fool's Procession's supposed to be. It's too big of a coincidence. Yeah, the music, the sound design in this game is excellent. I don't know if anyone else is watching with headphones, but I'm playing with headphones and it's very good. We can't rule out the possibility that this death was also the work of a curse. Probably. Either way, it seems all 3 victims can be tied to the 7 mysteries. There's probably a curse bearer at the center of it all, pulling the strings. Well, you've got a point. All these strange deaths do point in one direction. It's right, and Hajime's case wasn't all that different either. He also died of mysterious causes in a place connected to the 7 mysteries. Problem is that the timing doesn't match up. He died before the curses were activated. Could he have been hit by a different curse? One that didn't have anything to do with the 7 mysteries? That's a thought, but if that were the case, we'd be dealing with a powerful practitioner. One who could pull off a curse like that without using a curse stone. There aren't many people in this day and age who could do something like that. Really? I see. I don't know too much about that stuff. I'd be more surprised if you did. Think. We've got ourselves quite the mess. Strange deaths popping up all the place that may or may not have something to do with the curses. We also need to keep looking into Yoshimi and Nejima. For now, we better start following up on the few leads we've got. Guess I better see what area is found. Okay, yeah. Looking at these deaths, it seems like many of the curse bearers acted last night. But we can't rule out that there were more killings from which the bodies haven't been found. Oh, I haven't thought. The faces in this game are just crazy. I hadn't thought of that. But there is one silver lining. Judging by my own curse stone, seems the curses can't be activated while the sun's out. That's great news. So basically we're safe during the day? Exactly. It's also likely why Nejima gave us till dusk. He must have known the curse stones couldn't be used during the day. Either way, we've got till nightfall to settle this. It's time we flushed out the other curse bearers. Aye, boss. Let's do this. Yeah, the cop died too. Like, that was like a prologue almost. That's probably to do with like the larger mystery of why the stones are all getting activated. The moment we only know the identity of 4 curse bearers, you included. Yutaro Namagaki had the foot washing mansion, and Hideki Ariyashi had the ever-burning lantern. We got both of their curse stones. And then there's Nejima, who claims he has the one-sided read. Yeah, that about sums it up. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Yeah, we know that Haruhei has the haunted clappers, and Yako has the fool's possession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's only 9 listed here. So there's basically 3 that we don't. Oh, we know who has the Whispering Canal. That's the businessman. We better figure out who the remaining 5 are quick. How should we go about looking for them? There's no point in searching blindly without a head. Let's focus on other things for now. Tracking down Nejima may lead us to the other curse bearers too. Either way, he should be our top priority. He could do some real damage if we don't get him. I also want to look a little more into Yoshimi. I've got a feeling there's some connection there. Aye, boss. Sounds like we got our work cut out for us. Wait, who was Hajime Yoshimi again? I've already forgotten. I asked her. Oh, that's the cop. Yeah. I asked around Sumida's Community Safety Bureau where Yoshimi was stationed. It seems he was investigating the apparent suicide of a girl named Michio Shiraishi. Yeah, I heard about that. The Fool's Procession is the falling one, yeah. He was trying to determine whether it really was a suicide. Looking into the height of the building, the force of the impact, her wounds, all that. He must have suspected some kind of foul play because he ordered a full investigation. Didn't it make more sense for the custodian to have killed the teacher? I don't think it was super clear on which one killed him. Because it didn't say like, hey, this is what killed him. It asked me what curse was associated with the school. It had already been deemed a suicide, and his superiors told him not to go stirring things up. What was the evidence? According to the report I found on his desk last night, the body was found at the foot of a building, a ways away from the road. There was no evidence of vehicular collision, so it was ruled a suicide, but he thought there was more to it. Yeah, a truck or other flat-faced vehicle traveling at high speeds could have inflicted similar damage. In other words, sometimes a traffic accident can look an awful lot like a fall. Huh. So there's a chance it wasn't a suicide. What a terrible way to go. There were no brake marks on the road, meaning it would have been a hit and run. The vehicle would have hit her without slowing down at all. This is turning into quite a grisly case. But the vehicle couldn't have come out from a collision like that unscathed. Exactly, so I asked the traffic bureau to keep an eye out for any vehicles with frontal damage. But I haven't heard back from them yet. I don't think they're looking very hard. So we've got no proof. That said, if it was a traffic accident rather than a suicide, it's possible someone silenced Yoshimi because he was on the verge of discovering the truth. It's true. You think the driver's the one who did him in? Not quite. Yoshimi had already talked to forensics in the traffic bureau, right? His death wouldn't have covered things up. You're right on that. Even if the suicide was a cover-up for a hit and run, it doesn't seem like enough reason to kill a cop. Oh, that's right. Unrelated, but I got something else too. I managed to get a hold of Michio Shiraishi's address. Yoshimi went there a bunch over the course of its investigation. Might be a good idea for us to drop by too. Good thinking. Hopefully that'll give us some more leads. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. Remember the girl Yoshimi... The weird thing about this game is that I wish it would just give you all the information. It wouldn't make you ask the same questions multiple times. Because it's like, okay, let's talk about another topic. Let's talk about the same topic. Remember the girl Yoshimi met up with the day he died? One Hitomi Okuda? Community safety didn't have any contact information for her on hand. Oh, she was the one in the school with the teacher. Not even an address. They had her parents' information, but when I called, they said they hadn't heard from her in a month. Lots of family issues from the sound of it. They even said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore. That said, she still goes to school once in a while, so we might be able to find her there. Not sure we really have the time for a stakeout right now. But she could be a key witness. Can't we have community safety track her down for us? We can ask, but it might be tricky to get her done today. For starters, Komagata High School is closed today. Ah, because of the teacher that died. That's right. Alright, but if it's not something we can do today, we may have to forget about it. Let's move on then. You getting a character confused? You need like a diagram? Well, there's like 4 or 5 different schoolgirls. Perfect. So there's the girl that committed suicide. Well, quote unquote committed suicide. Beans. There's perfect. There's the girl that quote unquote committed suicide. There is the God, yeah. There's like the troubled girl. And then there's Yako as well. I don't know. There's Mio. Are there more? Fuck, I don't know. We'll get to it. What? See, why do I have to talk about Hajime again? I got some information about Yoshimi's fiance from community safety. Her name is Mayucho Zawa, 27 years old. She works as a beautician in the area. Look, I even managed to get a picture of her. She sure is a beauty. But... oh boy, here it comes. But what? Community safety hasn't been able to contact her since Yoshimi died. Not by phone or at her house. In other words, no response. Dead silence. There it is. Can't things just be easy for once? Oh, I was gonna say there are a couple of people on like the Steam page graphic that there are a couple of characters that we haven't seen yet, and this character's one of them. Mayu is a beautician and the fiancé of Hajime. Mayu's current whereabouts remain unknown. Okay. It's definitely starting to look suspect. A crime of passion, perhaps. It's fairly common for people to be killed by a lover or a spouse. But Yoshimi is well liked and they've been together for over 10 years. You never know. Things could be different behind closed doors. I guess. But we'll have to consider the opposite scenario too. Could be the same person who was out for Yoshimi
He's after his fiancée as well. She could be in danger.
You're right, but either way, she's important to the case. HQ already has people looking for her. We'll know as soon as she's found. Okay. Oh, Nejima. HQ has mobilized a search unit for Nejima. But so far, we haven't received any word.
Guessing he wasn't at home or at work.
About that. Apparently, he vacated his last known address a week ago.
You serious? So we have no idea where he lives?
It gets...
Hello and welcome to Punk Rock's Discount Twitch Stream Warehouse. We have good vibes at a low cost. For the low price of you clicking the follow button, we have for you all of our finest emotes, channel point redemption things, and so much more. So make yourself comfortable because you won't like what happens if you try and leave.
One day we will raise the volume of the raid message.
Or I'll find out where you live.
There. I raised it. Izumi, what's up? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you getting on with Crash Bandicoot? I've been lurking in a couple of streams. Crash Bandicoot's a hard game. I'm sure you're aware of this. I don't think I ever really, like... It's weird, because I had a PS1. I was, like, a PS1 person, but, like... I don't think I ever, like, super fucked with Crash Bandicoot. Maybe because it's so fucking hard? Like, going back to it now is like... I think I have the... I like the collection on the Xbox One. Dude, game's hard. But I'm roller coaster of emotions. I believe it! Going back to, like, any kind of 3D platform... I mean, especially, like Mario 64 kind of 3D platformer is such a nightmare. Give me 2D platformers or give me death. You should try the Dishonest Crash Bandicoot Challenge. Please enlighten me. Oh, I also realized I need to... Hang on. Apparently Twitch is weird about other... I think I can have combo chat on screen, but apparently it's TOS to show, like, other services' logos or something. So I'm just going to hide the logos. Okay, great. Flashback to... Play the whole game start to finish without saving? Ugh. No thanks. No thanks. Flashback to Mario Sunshine? Oh, God, yeah, just, like... Mario Sunshine's just unplayable. It's such a shame because it's like such a good game, but like, Anyway, welcome in, Raiders. Hello, I'm Punk Rock, a punk rock guinea pig VTuber from England. We're playing this like cool ass spooky visual novel. God, it's just so cool. I can't like express to you how much everybody should play this game. It's wonderful. It's so cool. We didn't have a memory card, so we left the PlayStation on the whole time. It's like some NES stuff. Even if I was not to try to 100% the first Crash game. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. Because what, you have to get like all the... Was it crates in Crash Bandicoot 1? You like have to break every crate, right? Ugh. I remember which game is it where there's like a kangaroo boss? I remember having a fucking embolism. Yeah, I definitely remember playing it, but like, I don't know. Game's hard, man. There was a power surge. No! Alright, where are we? Oh, so we're trying to find out where the serial killer is, right? Oh, so he was working at a factory. So maybe it isn't the janitor? But the janitor must be bad, right? Because, like, outside of the game, the narrator was like, you told someone something that shouldn't be trusted. Hamu. They told me he was only there for a month before he quit.
Hold on a second. You're telling me nobody caught that?
Well, I had the same thought, so I spoke to his probation officer. Turns out he'd be doing house visits and interviews, but never bothered checking on his workplace. He also said he'd lost track of Nejima when he moved to a new place.
That's just sloppy.
I've heard they're giving parole to just about anyone these days, because they're running out of room in the prisons. It also means there aren't enough probation officers to go around. Dude's probably overworked.
So Nejima got to fuck about unsupervised. God damn it. That asshole's annoyingly good at faking remorse. Or insanity. Whatever the situation calls for. Back when I arrested him all those years ago, just talking to him left a bad taste in my mouth. He's probably hiding under a false name, which will make it hard to track him down. That'd explain why he so brazenly made contact. That asshole, he's mocking us. Well, for now, the paperwork to circulate his name and mugshots being filed. It's going to take way too long. We only have until dusk. Speaking of Nejima. Yeah? Did you manage to reach your daughter? His daughter. It'd be best to put her into protective custody as soon as possible. Not yet. I can't reach her. They called, but she's not picking up. Wasn't home when they went to the house either. It's not good. Does that mean she never came home? And why weren't you the one trying to reach her? Shut up. I don't have her contact info, alright? Damn, she really doesn't trust you, huh? Either way, I told her mother that it was an emergency and that we'd send an officer to find her and get her to safety. I wonder who that... Because, like, I think it's probably going to be a reveal, but, like... The whole reason that these characters get the curse stones is because they're trying to bring someone back to life, right? So I wonder who he's trying to... I wonder who he lost, because it doesn't seem like it's his, like, ex or his daughter. She was real reluctant, but I got her to agree. I guess that explains why you got divorced. But if you, her former father, can't find her... What do you mean, former father? Unfortunately, fathers are for life. How the hell did Nejima do it? Former, eh? That goes deep. Sorry, it just kind of slipped out. Anyway, I suspect it has something to do with his curse echo. Back on topic already, huh? He said his curse could kill a lot of people in a short time. It may even allow him to act from a distance. I see. The one-sided read. What was that story about again? Something about a man stalking a woman who goes insane and chops her up. Alright, one of the more gruesome of the 7 mysteries. As for Nejima's whereabouts, all we can do is throw more people at it till we find something. I'll check in with HQ frequently to see if they've got any updates. And that's about it. And then it's like right to the like fucking detective funk. Shall we continue our investigation? We can go to Komagata High School to look into Hitomi Okuda, or to Michio Shiraichi's house to find out more about her. Think. A lot we need to do, but not a lot we can do. This ain't looking good. We're gonna run out of time if we don't do something. Gotta keep moving. It is detective funk, though. What else would you call it? Oi. I like how she's smaller than the mug. Okay. Oh, I guess I can move. Oh, that's the end of that chapter. Oh, ooh, more chapters. Fancy sushi. Oh, I'd fucking murder some sushi. Let's go Hitomi's help. Oh, Hitomi's help. Hopefully Mio's okay. Mio's alive. Oh, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako, rise and shine. Yeah, Hitomi's the truant girl. You're up. Huh? This morning? Are you okay? Can you remember your name? I'm the Spectre of the Spirit Board. No, don't fall back asleep. You must still be dreaming. Wake up. Yeah, I'm Yako Sakazaki. Good. Mio's so cute. I love this character. Mio, thanks for last night. Was everything okay? Yep, still alive. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for.
Sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. Can't even remember when I fell asleep.
It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening.
Oh yeah, you said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio? Who are you?
Oh, well, so the truth is, I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural.
You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging?
I had quite the eventful childhood.
Huh. That sounds like it must have been tough.
Yeah, it would take a long time to explain, so let's just leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like assistant, to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop to it before it happens.
It's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student? No, she's actually 37 years old.
Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money.
Unpaid labor. Child labor. Oh, you've got it rough then. But still, that really is amazing. You're getting paid in exposure. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit.
I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. Anyway, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to school.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime and its power is diminished, I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try?
The children yearn for the mines. You know, I think if you played this game, this feels like down your alley.
Yako.
Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring Michio back? You scoured? Oh. Because what is Zero Escape? I heard some people compare this game to Zero Escape, which I'm sure I've seen you play. But I'm not overly familiar with it.
I can't approve of it.
Zero Escape's not horror. Is it similar like in presentation, maybe? Is it more kind of like visual novel-y?
The right may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then...
It's a mystery visual novel with escape rooms? Oh, that sounds fucking awesome. Okay. I need to okay, I'm literally going to open Steam right now. Because, yeah, I think these kind of games are my favorite. Zero Escape. Zero Escape Trilogy. Includes 2 games. Wait, what are the games? There's Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Zero Escape Trilogy, which is said includes 2 games, which is okay. Because 1 game is 2 games. Okay. It's also fucking £6. It's 80% off right now? Alright, well, I'm going to buy it. When does the sale end? Oh, it's Spike Chunsoft. Right. I'm just gonna add it to my cart. Well, you know, I'm just gonna buy it. Because I don't know when the Steam sale ends. When does the Steam sale end? It could be like in an hour, you know what I mean? Because I think, you know what I do have? I have AI the Somnium files, which I hear is good as well. Which I picked up in a Steam sale a while back. Okay. I have now bought it. Don't worry about it. You're an influencer. It's just, look, I would like check it out in more detail, but it's 80% off. It's like £6 right now. And I have a feeling I'll like it. So there we go. What is VLR? Oh, those are the games? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Well, we know what we're playing next. But yeah, also, like, I keep meaning to dip into AI the Somnium files.
Anyway, I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. It's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else.
Some of the faces are so silly. I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it?
Yako.
I promise I won't use the curse, no matter what. But maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. As said, I'll help you, even if it's to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so that we can move forward.
Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point.
Right. Thank you, Mio.
Okay then, let's go.
Candy shop. So this is where I live, right? On the weekends, you can spot Yako watching over the store. BDD. What's Monjayaki? Playing traditional tops and card games. This is just like a general, like social, culture society. This is just like a lesson about Japanese candy shops. The harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth, when many confectionery manufacturers entered the market, are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in children's interests and tastes. It's such an interesting game. Do not give her the stone. Mio? ¿Por qué no? She can be trusted. I trust Mio with my life. Oh, it's a cop. Oh, yeah, because the teacher died. Huh? I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. I like how police are not people. Yako said a cab. Did something happen?
If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask.
Thanks. The face is so cute.
This isn't good.
What happened?
Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something.
Okay.
Mr. Jonoichi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds.
What?
They're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby.
What? There's no way. Why? Could it be? I love just the way the characters are drawn. Like these really sketchy outlines. Like there's there's a line here that is separated from the line work on her face. It's very cool. Like the style is very cool.
We don't know enough to say. From what I heard, Mr. Jonoichi's body was in the middle of the grounds. But his body was covered in bruises, like he'd fallen from somewhere high.
Weird.
Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely that it has something to do with the curse.
You're saying someone used their curse on him last night?
Seems like it, doesn't it?
1, don't get a curse stone. Oh, 1, get a curse stone. 2, if you have a curse stone, don't hand over the stone. 3, if you're accused of having a curse stone, immediately get a curse stone. So the curses really do kill people. Curses don't kill people, people kill people. And someone used it.
Keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer hurt you?
Sorry. Pobre. Cool.
I wish we had a little more information, but they've locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there.
Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? Oh, Hitomi. You're right, that's unusual. Oh, but she was at the school last night too.
She must know something about Mr. Jonoichi. Let's see what she has to say.
Jump, 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 jump. Mio, wait for me. Huh? I already used my Scouse accent, didn't I? Who did I make Scouse? That was the art. I feel like she should be Scouse. So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? I'll just change the other girl's voice. No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know.
Thank you.
She owes you?
Oh, yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble.
She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms. I do really like how the character designs aren't super outlandish, but they do a really good job of, like, differentiating the designs. Like, just so, like, ever so slightly. Like, it's like, she has, like, these really, like, well, like, I don't know what you call that, like, kind of burnt red eyes. So that's what it was. Jonoichi's death.
Did you hear about Mr. Jonoichi?
Heard about it. I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. Should you have tea? Yes. Always. Yeah, everybody's like... It's like a very grounded game. But like in terms of character design, but everyone is just like different enough that you kind of know who's who. What? You saw it happen?
Tell us about it. What happened exactly?
A tea I know what I expect. What do you mean? There's only one kind of tea. Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. The Scouse girl was, yeah. I'll just change her voice. It's okay. I'll make her southern. She can be from London. She's a little rogue, so she's got to be from Liverpool, I think. She's a truant. It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden. Ran out onto the ground like someone was chasing him. And screamed. Ah, somebody help me. Forgive me, Michio. Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio?
Was there anyone else out on the grounds?
It's too dark to see from where I was. But just for a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life, like, I was wrong and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him. He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw.
I see.
But from what you've told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonoichi and killed him. Hell if I know anything about that. I'm just telling you what I heard him say.
Did you tell that story to the police?
Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they believe such an insane story anyway.
Right. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right?
Yeah, I guess. There's this one cop who always got in my case about stuff. But he died just the other day.
Oh, he did? Sorry to hear that.
Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off.
You got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit.
It wasn't?
Yeah, this was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you.
That's all I know about the asshole's death. Hey Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. It sounds a lot like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it looked like she had fallen from high up.
Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we could trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident.
Oh, right. Oh, I guess we'll come back to that. Were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away.
Yeah. Some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated as they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard.
So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too?
It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent and child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear.
So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus?
Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense, or a deep connection with the person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with.
If that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not?
Hence why there are a lot of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior or memories of the host. The deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. Let's see.
Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either.
The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training.
I think I may pass. That's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was going to exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything?
You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results.
I guess that makes sense.
Last night before you witnessed Mr. Jonoichi collapse, could I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom?
Whoa. You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Jonoichi, oh, she's gonna be the prime suspect. They'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him last night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions.
I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway.
If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Jonoichi called me over here, acting like he was going to attack me or something. What? Terrible. Whatever, I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society and he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum, if you ask me.
Is that so? Could you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night?
It's hard to explain. Where to start? Oh. You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself. Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her? Oh. Call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. No,
No way, what do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this? I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were a friend. Jonoichi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt like she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No. Toby, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him asking what he was doing. Walked in on it. Couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. Tried to tell that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Jonoichi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. They tell me if you knew about it, then why didn't you... You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. What the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming Kitobi. Michio, why? Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. From the sounds of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? Yeah, this all revolves around Shuichi's kidnapping, right? Dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must be some reason. Dunno. Got nothing to do with me. So, last night, how did it start? Right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks. So he was the only one I could talk to. So there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. Ooh. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me she was like me when she was my age, and that she was on my side. Must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him again at the gardens the night he died. You saw him on the night he died? Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park. Then he'd listen to whatever it was I was pissed off about. I'd say he called me over there like usual. Something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figured if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Michio? What does she have to do with this? I wonder if, like, Michio is the catalyst behind this. If she, like, killed herself and has come back as a ghost or something. Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had, like, a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said. Could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated.
From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about Jonoichi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. What is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just a weird kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass. I figured he has to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that. Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was going to happen to him. Nakagoshi? Do you know him? No, I've just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. Who's... I feel like that's the first time we've heard that name. Hitomi. Yeah. That talisman, would you buy it if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. Can we look at it? Last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had. Yeah. I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. She's so cute. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now. Come to the school tonight. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seems pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's used it for secret meetings before. Ugh, I can only imagine. Climbed over the front gate to get in. So, yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. But nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and stuff like that. He went on and on about how it was my fault. And that if only I hadn't been around or something. Grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Yep. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right, when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jonoichi was freaking out. Oh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterwards, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and Old Man Ash and Mio talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? It's also why I saw Jonoichi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. I was dumb to fall for that creep Jonoichi's trap so easy. Could have gone a lot worse, but I looked out. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Jonoichi. She did have a reason to hate him after all. No, wait, you mean that really was a ghost? Like, for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it would usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. I wonder if that's what happens. Alright, then supposing what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. That's all I know. Happy? Still gotta look for the talisman. Sure. Thank you, Hitomi. Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, be sure to let you know. Thanks.
Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Oh, they're friends. Shut up! You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. Don't die out there, okay? Thanks. We'll be careful. Yep. Clup, 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 clup. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jonoichi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yeah. The curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonoichi seem to be different. Oh. The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Jonoichi, Hitomi, and Old Man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person. Hitomi said a girl in school uniform with braids. From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Yeah, I guess he's not necessarily Nejima. He could just be a curse bearer, and he could just have wanted to kill Mio because she was in there. But then why wouldn't he kill us? I guess it depends on what the activation is. Mr. Jonoichi is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I say there are multiple. Oh, right. The person who killed Mr. Jonoichi would have to be one too. Which means it must either be the mysterious girl or Old Man Ashimiya? Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Jonoichi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. Oh, yeah. But we know his vibe. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses, given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection. So we'll have to be careful of Old Man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but as for what to do now, I'd like to find who's responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. That makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? Can I something that I noticed in the last scene that is bothering me a bit. Mio, the way they draw Mio, unless she has like this star and a mole on both sides of her face, they seem to be like flipping it. Maybe she does have it on both sides. We'll see. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try heading someplace someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Ooh, we get to pick. Oh, oh damn, we can go anywhere. I guess let's go to the bridge. We'll go top to bottom. I wonder if the art student is here. And so... Okay. Oh! What? That was... What? Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick minute. I just need to pee real quick.
Go piss, girl. All right. I guess we go top to bottom. Yeah, let's pick up on Richter. Let's see what Richter's up to. Richter continues to gather information about the cursed stones while Haruhi lies awake until dawn, preoccupied by the prospect of bringing her lost child back to life. That sounds like you didn't pick right. I was worried about that. Yeah. I don't think it is that. I think it was wherever I picked, it would probably have ended the chapter, but I worry that yeah, I don't know. I did have that same worry. Oh, okay. Good morning, ma'am. How are you feeling? I'm fine. I hope we can make good progress today. How's your cursed stone looking? I haven't felt anything from it since sunrise. Interesting. It's possible that its powers can only be unleashed at night then. That aside, why are you so late this morning? There are unfortunately some things that can't be investigated while the world slumbers. But I did get some research done in what limited time I had. Very well, let's talk. By the way, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. And what's that? Our current plan is to steal a cursed stone that's already absorbed soul dregs, but I'm wondering if it would suffice to not steal, but instead negotiate with the curse bearer and have them use the right for our purposes. Oh? I mean, I suppose that would accomplish the same, but do you think it's possible? So long as we offer compensation, it may prove much easier than you'd expect. Compensation? Cash, for instance. That wouldn't be off the table for a family as rich as the Shigimas, would it? Of course, well, any amount would be fine if it could get the job done. I won't let monetary matters lead me to regrets the way it did back with the ransom. Okay, with the option on the table, let's figure out our strategy. What do you mean? My sterling Southern American accent? Do you have a curse bearer with whom we can negotiate in mind? Not yet. Surprisingly, it seems the other curse bearers haven't been that proactive about collecting soul dregs. You see the news this morning? No, I haven't. Overnight, 3 mysterious deaths were reported in this area. They've yet to announce the identities of the bodies found. They've been nicknamed the Hanzhou serial killings. It's garnered quite some attention on the streets. Oh my. Only 3? Right? If there's like 9 stones, only 3 is quite surprising. That's what I thought. Even if the victims were curse bearers, just 1 or 2 wouldn't be enough soul dregs. And for what those curse stones are capable of, a mere 3 victims seems a little on the low side. With this little activity all through the night, the curse bearers must be a cautious bunch. What's holding them back? Are we not all after the power of resurrection? There may still be some undiscovered victims, but it doesn't seem like anyone's gathered enough soul dregs yet. We might have to set up some bait to spur them into action. And then we offer them the deal. None of the curse bearers seem very proactive. I wonder if the situation could be what the mastermind who kicked it all off intended. Now that's an interesting theory. You think there's someone behind this all? You mentioned hearing an agonized voice telling you to kill when you first obtained the cursed stone. That doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. Someone agitated the curses in this area on purpose, and they're likely after the rite of resurrection as well. So you're thinking this person is not one of the curse bearers? You got a sharp mind, ma'am. Though it might seem obvious for the mastermind to become a curse bearer and collect soul dregs if they were after the rite. This would be very risky, since as a curse bearer, they themselves would become a target. So would it actually be more convenient for them if the curse bearers moved less aggressively? That's right, but despite that, they've been inciting the curse bearers to commit murders. Why? Let's consider this. What if the mastermind isn't trying to collect soul dregs themselves? You mean their intention was also to steal the souls while the other curse bearers compete with each other from the start? Sitting back and observing from the sidelines is the safer course of action, which is why I figured it best for us to attempt the same strategy. So how should we do it?
there's still reason to suspect the mastermind could be a curse bearer themselves. To be honest, I want to keep my distance from whoever it is. There's no telling what kind of power they might possess. Whether our aim is to negotiate or steal, we'll have to outpace the mastermind in making contact with the other curse bearers. How do you suppose we do so? At this point, all we can do is search. There's a mastermind inciting the curse bearers to collect soul dregs. Can we be sure there even is a rite of resurrection? Good question. The rite could be nothing but a myth fabricated to spur the curse bearers into action. Seeing it might be for naught, do you want to give up, Mom? Never. Understood. After all, we'll never know the truth until we see it for ourselves. But we'll do it without using the curses ourselves. By the way, I met a few people who seemed like potential curse bearers last night. I did some investigating into all of them. But I only managed to get detailed information on 2. You're quick. I suppose that's to be expected from an investigator extraordinaire. I appreciate the flattery. It's just the fucking JoJo's pose all about. First, there's Ayame Tono. The girl we talked to before, though, she isn't a curse bearer herself. She's a student attending T University of Art. She currently lives alone in an apartment near Midoricho Park. You even determined her address? You're not one to be underestimated, Mr. Investigator Extraordinaire. I called every single university with Yuki-Yo in the curriculum pretending to be your parent. I went around to check on her place on the way here. Doesn't look like she returned home last night. I'm worried she might have run into some trouble. Didn't you attempt to follow her last night? I'm embarrassed to say, but I couldn't. She shook me. I couldn't keep track of her. Here I thought you were an investigator extraordinaire. I'd like to learn more about her, but it would take some time. She's planning to steal the curse stones, just like us. It's best we act carefully around her. Next is the tall man who was dressed in black. I met him near Kinshicho. He stood out with the way he dressed. I managed to get some good information from him. So this is the guy who has the Whispering Canal Stone. Impressive. What can I say? He works, He works as a secretary to Hihaku Soap's chairwoman. I believe his name is Takumi Yimioka. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters and factories are both located in Hanjo, correct? Yes, they've been here for a while, but it's only in the past 10 years that the company has shown significant growth. I remember seeing the chairwoman on the news a few years back. She seems to be very shrewd. With the increase in sales, I assume she'd want her factories running at full capacity. But with the harsh restrictions against industrial waste, a lot of the factories with older equipment had to be shut down. That's right, even 10 years ago there were many complaints about chemical plants dumping waste into the river. Most companies back then were more concerned with making a profit than protecting the environment. And that's changed a lot. In 50 years, it's changed so much. Don't worry. I wonder what a man working for such a company would have been up to in the middle of the night. On the way here, I stopped by the company's headquarters, but they hadn't started for the day. I should have better luck later. Let's hope you will. Perhaps they're interested in seeing if the rite would be beneficial for the product research into beauty and skincare? Now that's an interesting thought. I ran into one more suspicious young man last night. This one seemed to be out collecting soul dregs, right? Oh, this is Araishi. I couldn't get a good look at him though, and I couldn't gather enough intel to properly identify him. Well, that's a shame. But I can make an educated guess. Oh? You know that researcher who discovered the ancient text on the Rite of Resurrection? The one who lives near here? His name's Hideki Araishi, and the man I met was very similar in stature. Oh my, even he's involved? How awfully suspect. Considering his background, couldn't he be the one who initiated the whole affair? I think it's possible, yeah. which is why I decided to refrain from making contact with him first, for the time being. Safety first. Understandable. Of course, I want to learn more, but this isn't the right time to focus on him. It's gotta be all the curse bearers, right? Oh, their headquarters. God damn it. Just tell me everything in one. Their headquarters are down on headquarters. I don't know how to say quarter in an American accent. Quarter. That's Australian. Quarter. Down on South Warragacy Street. Okay. I learned something new about the criminal involved with the kidnapping. It concerns the serial killings. There was a body found at Komagata High School. The person was identified as a school teacher. His name was Kohai John Oichi. Do you think he was a curse bearer? Not sure. It's possible. But regardless, this means the two people who knew the truth about the kidnapping are both dead. Just when we were getting somewhere. It isn't enough to make me give up, of course. Still, we don't know anything about Michio Shiraishi's residence. It'd be wise to pay it a visit. Understood. In addition to the 3 victims associated with the Honjo serial killings, there's Michio Shiraishi, who reportedly committed suicide, and the police officer who died at the former Yasuda Gardens. Strange deaths continue occurring like so, they're bound to inspire strange rumors. But those last 2 have nothing to do with the 7 mysteries, no? It's true, both occurred a week before this accursed situation began. Still, it cannot be ruled out. It's possible that the mastermind was involved, even with those killings. Hell. What if there were preliminary steps to awakening the 7 mysteries curses? Can we really assume they're unrelated just because the timing doesn't match up? Or rather, the police officer's death is so baffling that it would be easier if it were connected to these curses. The victim wasn't the type to be caught off guard easily. You seem to know a lot about this. I suppose we weren't strangers. My personal feelings might be wrapped up in this one, too. I see. If you were to investigate this matter more, you might get a lead on the mastermind. You're right. If we wish to focus on the mastermind's identity, this would be a fine starting point. Okay. We might even discover more deaths related to the curses on the way. We should pay attention to today's news. Well, that's all I have to report. Shall we continue with our investigation? What do you want to do? If you still can't use the curse stone, taking a walk should be a fine place to start. Right. Let's go together. I want to see what's going on for myself. In that case, I'll trust you to decide on where we should go, ma'am. Ooh, wait. So I can choose where I go? What if I choose to go the same place as the girls? I wonder if the timelines kind of like intersect a bit. I wonder if there's like more branches in the second chapter. Oh no, I can't. I can only go to one of these 3 places. So there's the park. There's that. Let's go to the high school. Fuck it. Like, I wonder if there are different branches in this chapter. Here we are at Ground Zero, Komagata High School. I guess it's logical the police got this place shut down. Teacher's body was found here after all. It's as if the students have nowhere to go now the school's closed. Oh, interesting. So we do get to start on this. And the news has attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we can blend in. Okay. Seems the officers are still inspecting the scene. Entry has been strictly prohibited. He appears to be wary of those police officers. Maybe the police really do have something against private investigators. Well, he's a former police officer, right? This place is said to be connected with the story of the Fool's Procession. I wouldn't be surprised if a cursed bearer decided to turn up. However, I need to find out if that teacher was a curse bearer or not.
I expect the police to be baffled since they don't know about the curses. I can ask around and see what the students have to say. Alright, I'll go ask the students about Michio. I'm back, ma'am.
So what did you learn?
That school kids sure love a good rumor. I was practically drowning in stories about Mr. Jonoichi and Michio, most of which seem dubious at best.
Not surprising.
Most of what I heard was hardly worth a second thought, but there was one story that caught my attention.
Oh?
Some believe that Michio is the one who killed Mr. Jonoichi.
Really?
The story's got two pieces of evidence to back it up. One of them wasn't news to me. Apparently he's been mumbling that Michio was going to kill him for some days now. A fellow teacher overheard his mumbling and told the students.
And then it spread like wildfire, I suppose. When there's that juicy, don't stay a secret for long.
As for the other piece of evidence, a pigtailed girl in her school uniform was seen around school late last night.
Go on.
Although numerous people claim to have seen the girl, not one of them saw her face. Some are proposing it was Michio brought back to life, or that it was her vengeful spirit. But it's not like Michio's the only high school girl to wear pigtails. This rumor might have been made up just to fan the flames.
But if it were true, I'd want to get a hold of her in order to hear her side of the kidnapping.
If she's alive, that'd be ideal. There's still one more thing I should mention. I discovered where Michio lived. The student had a list of student addresses on hand.
That's an amazing find.
I believe all the students actually have a copy of said list. Truly worries me how easy it was to obtain what should be confidential information. Imagine what would happen if that information got into the wrong hands.
Well, so far it hasn't, no?
Sure, let's hope it stays that way. In the meantime, it's now possible for us to visit Michio Shiraishi's house.
Ooh!
So we can just move? Naruhodo? Yeah, I guess. Near the Shiraishi household.
How did it go?
I went to visit Michio Shiraishi's family home, however. No one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door and all the lights were out. Seems to have been empty for a while now. There was a stack of newspapers out front. It's a bit quieter over here. It is a residential area after all. All these rundown row houses really scream working class, don't they? Social connections run deep in working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to the locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out the Shiraishi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year.
Is that so?
I'll give you the quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the two of them. Michio's mom, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in similar situations, helping and being helped in turn.
So far so good. What happened?
Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. His name was apparently Ken Kichiro Iwai. Ooh, I don't think we've heard that name before. But like, he's a piece of shit, I think is what we gather. And I think possibly abusing his stepdaughter. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow everyone knew his name.
So what of this Iwai character?
He's apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from inside the home. Wait, what's this silhouette here? What's this silhouette? Who is that? I guess this could just be someone. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams, pleading with him not to hit Michio. Yeah. Pobre Michio. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night, the neighbors also began to hear an eerie chanting. Through this, the Shiraishi standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed even during the day and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. It sounds horrible. Why didn't the police step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. It's awful. And then Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to their home. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but just as many were fed up with the Shiraishis entirely and seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. Seems they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. I don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish good-for-nothing in the first place? You can't help who you love, Hathaway. I've heard many stories when one's partner personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation had also taken a turn for the worst. She was determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to sweet promises. Life can be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. Whoa! Why is he bald? Why does he look like a Batman villain? Why is he wearing purple and yellow? What the fuck? It seems he served some time in prison, but the details are unknown. Rip. What are you, bald? But the Shiraishi certainly hadn't looked out with theirs, bringing such a violent man into it. I think I'm going to eat the Bombay mix. Oh, we've already talked to him. Okay, so I guess we just move. So we've been here. The Hihaku... Whoa. Oh, that's his hand. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters... How do you say quarter? Are on the other side of Savoy Guessing Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears things are up and running now. First, I need to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Quarter? 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 Maybe you don't pronounce like the Q? Quarter? Doesn't sound right. Then I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. It'll be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit a cafe for some tea perhaps. Oh, I should go somewhere else. Am I on my own now? Oh no, he's here. We're here. This is Midoricho Park. Ayame Tono lives around here. Who the fuck is Ayame Tono? Oh, that's the art student. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again. You won't get much done standing around here. Why don't I go check out Ayame's apartment? You don't mean to speak with her, do you? No, I prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I'd like to see whether she's been home or not, just to potentially get a trace on her movements. Then be my guest. Okay, I shouldn't be long. There's no way this caused me to be sick. I think it's okay. They're stale. I'm back, man. Ugh. So, nothing? I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. I'm always hungry. However, I noticed a few people who seem to be related to the police force keeping watch in the area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in. Interesting. You got a sharp eye to have noticed them, despite being so covert. What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her windows. And I wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately. You were planning to go that far? You won't make much progress sticking around here. Okay. Wait, so how do I get him to go in the building? Think a small soap-making company can grow so much in a short time. With factories and warehouses throughout the area now. You can see why director and now chairwoman Natsue Yamamori is called the Queen. Oh. The company's name Hihaku can also refer to kasuri, a type of pattern fabric. Oh. Oh, collect all information on persons of interest. Oh, I have every character unlocked now. These are this is every character that's going to be in the game, I guess. Oh, this is the chairwoman. Yeah, she retired 2 years ago. Rumors about her possessing strange and powerful magical abilities. Okay. I got an achievement for opening the game before because the achievement was like open the game after 3 days of not playing or something. That's correct. Do you think it's possible he's acting on our orders? That's exactly my thinking. A curse bearer with both money and power could certainly look at resurrection as their next prize. Negotiating with a person of that stature may prove difficult. I'll be better if yeah, you should walk around. Oh, do I need to go somewhere? Back in the Edo period, the canal known as Southward Geisui ran through this area, but it's been turned into a major road. It's a bit away from Kinshicho Station or Ryoguku Station, though it's still considered a nice area. Stories of the ever-burning lantern and the foot-washing mansion both took place around here. One of the bodies discovered this morning was found by this road as well. This is quite a lively area, huh? I suppose you could call it somewhat of a city center. Partitioning ditch. Are you gonna go or Are you gonna go? Victor proposed we use money to negotiate for the curse stones. We could hardly outbid a large corporation if it came down to it. I don't understand how I get him to go. He said you should go to a cafe in the area. Walk around visit, but when I leave, he comes with me. I'm confusion. Yeah, clearly I'm just supposed to. I need to get him to go inside the building. Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna go in. I may be a while, so feel free to. Localization, please. Feel free to find somewhere to kill time.
Okay, good luck in there.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
How'd it go?
I'll fast forward to the conclusion. I met with Takumi. There's no doubt he's the same man I saw last night, but it doesn't seem like he's a curse bearer. But that doesn't mean he has no connections to the recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. He even guessed we have a curse stone of our own.
Excuse me?
Ooh. There he is. I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night, however. You said your name was Richter, correct? I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. I'm hoping you would hand over the curse stone in your possession. Curse stone? What are you on about?
There's no need to play dumb with me. In fact, there's no time for it. I had all the same reason you did to think you were a curse bearer last night. And your arrival here only confirms it.
You are a curse bearer, no? You're right. We lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the cursed stone of the haunting clappers.
I'm glad to hear the truth. Finally, the conversation is worthwhile. It is a dangerous item you hold. Give it to me. My company will take the responsibility to dispose of it.
I didn't know the soap business specialized in scrubbing curses clean. Or maybe he gave the curse stone to his boss.
It is the prerogative of Miss Yamamori.
Is that so?
Assuming you've obtained the curse, you understand the power it involves, no? Ms. Yamamori possesses supernatural powers akin to that of a god. She also has a deep love for this land, having transformed it from the pile of dirt it once was to the home of our headquarters. She cannot stomach the fact that it's now the site of these curses run rampant.
So you're telling me the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch?
She wouldn't appreciate being called that, mind you. There's a sorcerer by the name of Suigen Gamiodo who's gallantly working behind the scenes exercising spirits and the like.
Go on.
That being so, there have already been instances of the dead coming back to life. Do you understand the urgency of this matter? These are curses we're speaking of, tools which are used by wicked beings to possess people. The rite of resurrection is nothing but a fabrication meant to seduce the curse bearers into unspeakable action. If you truly understand what I'm talking about, you must hand over that curse stone at once.
Very interesting. With that said, just how many curse stones have you acquired so far? If what you tell me is true, surely the company would have launched a large-scale search by now.
We have 6.
Cap! 6? Whoa, I can rest at ease then. And here I thought I was at risk of being cursed.
Seems we are on the same page. If that is the case, you should hand over your curse stone immediately.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not actually in my possession at the moment. Considering its importance, I've been keeping it in hiding.
Really now?
Then I'll accompany you while you retrieve it. I'm sorry, but I've got something important to attend to, but I promise I'll return with it later.
Very well. Then you won't refuse to provide your address and telephone number, I presume?
How prudent of you. I'll oblige. And that's how it went.
So they aren't after the rat after all.
I wouldn't be so quick to trust him.
Oh?
I believe we're dealing with a master in deception. He may well have made up a story to convince us to part ways with our stone. I think he was lying about having procured 6 curse stones as well. 6? Really? That's excessive.
Well, now I feel gullible. The company's plotting something. I wonder what they mean to do with the cursed stones. He seemed rather desperate to get a hold of ours, despite not having collected any soldier eggs. Perhaps the people of Hihaku were the masterminds behind the curses being unleashed. Because the chairwoman's a witch? I wonder about that too. If she really were that powerful, would her secretary have divulged that information so casually? Takumi was either making it up as he went, or he's trying to spread a rumor. For what purpose would he do that? Recently, people have been more caught up about the occult more than ever before. If word spreads that Hihaku's chairwoman has godlike powers, she could very well benefit socially and politically from that mystique. That's unsettling. By the way, there's one more thing of interest I heard while in the company's reception lobby. And what's that? People were discussing whether one of the bodies found this morning was that of a Hihaku employee. Oh, Shogo. Really? So long as the officials haven't revealed the identity, it all amounts to no more than speculation, though. Despite that, I have reason to believe Hihaku Soaps is deeply involved with the Seven Mysteries. At the very least, I can assure you I've gathered that much. The more we know, the better our negotiations will go. Oh. We should be off somewhere else. And don't... Yeah, Shogo. Yeah. That's how the creepy guy knew Shogo. He was like, they worked for the same company. We've been here before, though. This place is connected with the story of the Taiko of Tsugaru. Not only that, Katsushika Hokusai's home is also in this area. That might be why I chose to live here. Joe. Oh, I see. Hokusai is also believed to have been born in the vicinity. Does Richter have a car? Yeah, let's say he does. Oh, right. How many developments? Oh, we can talk to them. I can imagine the students are uneasy after learning of the murder. It may do them well to stay home for some time, if not for fear of their safety. The police are probably too wrapped up in solving the case to be concerned about the students' mental health. I can see that. It's important that society provides a safe environment for the benefit of our youth. What is it, a PSA? Some school policies could use some rewriting, especially those handling the students' personal information. That's right, I don't want a student being kidnapped on their way back home ever again. I expect criminals to grow more cunning as time passes. There may be times where the authorities can't keep up. That's where outlaws such as myself come in. What's this about? Actually, just forget I said anything. Go back here. Oh, new view. I doubt anyone's still living there. What was that? Big zoom. Oh, so you came here too. What is it? Is it gonna be the art student? Oh, the cops! Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter? They're intersecting! Cool. Cool. Okay. Fancy sushi. Oh. Detective Funk.
I like how everyone has kind of their own, like, theme. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Why would they still be around the school? Komagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. The school gate will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Okay. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around. Is there something on my shirt? Don't tell me I stink! This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's Procession, and of course where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Oh, right. Speaking of schools.
What is it?
You said paranormal affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned? Mio! Crossover episode. A lot of the people involved in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us.
For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, you sure seem eager to exploit underage labor.
Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine.
And you become such a smooth talker. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are.
Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area.
Oh.
I guess not. Oh, school building. Yoshimi also looked out for these students as a Suina city officer. Juvenile delinquency has been a growing problem for years now. The school's no exception. Juvenile delinquency, like I'm getting a fucking history lesson on juvenile delinquency in like Showa era Japan. Motorcycle gangs, Yankees, Sukebans. Fun. Okay. I think that's all we can do here. It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Alright, I'll go check the house. It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. But it seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. Like I was just dipped. Oh, you're back. That was quick. No luck, boss.
No one home.
Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed in their mailbox. Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh, suspend? Oh, that's well, like I can leave the chapter and come back. Is that where we're at? I guess. Oh, you cannot currently progress any further. Wait, but then what do we do? Huh? Do we have no other... Was this one? Oh, restart, resume? Start from location selection? Maybe I maybe I picked the wrong one? Oh, this is where Legman was. No, it feels like this is the end of this chapter. Oh, this episode. Oh, but it's still in blue. Whereas these ones are in grey. Beans. Is that like a help? I wonder what I have to do. Because this one seems like I... Start from beginning, start from 9 a.m. Huh? Did I go everywhere? No, but the one before... Oh, beans. It's making me, like, do all this again, even though I've, like, exhausted all the options. Yeah. Like, we've done this already. Yeah, I think this... I mean, I can try picking other places, but... start from location selection. So we picked the top one and we picked the bottom one, so I guess we'll just go up. It just does this thing where it like it says like they arrived at the location and then it like pans out. Yeah, this just keeps doing this. Which is basically like they decide on the next location to investigate. Goodbye. I'll try and pick them all and see if any of them progress anything. But I don't think they're going to. But like it suggests this chapter's unfinished. So I don't really know what I haven't done. It's pretty unclear. I might just I'm just gonna look it up. I don't care. I can't be bothered like going between chapter things for friggin' 20 minutes. There's this game called PARANORMASIGHT. Fucking game facts. Do you want us to look? Cheetah? I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's a visual novel. I want to continue with the story. So what chapter is this? This is Hitomi's Help and Fancy Sushi. Fancy Sushi. Oh, right, okay. It's as simple as right. This is like, yeah. You're right. You're exactly right. I need to have them go to the school, and then I need to have the cops meet them at the school. Which like isn't overly complicated, but like for a mechanic they only just introduced, and they didn't do a great job of. I don't know. I would have liked it to have been blunter. Okay, so now I understand that if these things are happening at the same time, I can move characters to specific locations in order to have other characters interact with them. It was like, yeah, but it doesn't matter that it was the last place I did. That's not important. It doesn't matter. Shut up. Whatever. The whole point is I had to have them there And then the cops have to go there. Because they will be here now. Yeah. So they'll be here for the cops to talk to. Cool. Perfect. Female student.
Huh? That's...
Yeah, like I should like. It's fine. It is whatever. I'm not like salty. Not like sad about having to look that up. It was like I think it'll make more sense going forward that I know that this is kind of a thing that I should be wary of. But yeah, whatever. You want to talk to those girls? I do.
Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Erio.
What? Mio. Oh. Hey, aren't you? You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. Say that again? See, they keep swapping the side of her head that the mole and the little pentagram thing are on. Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Tatsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat.
Wait.
Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Yeah, like one of those places in Ginza? I've never been. Let's go. We got ourselves a deal, right, boss? The girls are at our service.
Hold on now. What just happened? I never said I'd... Sushi?
Looking forward to it, boss.
Wait, since only you included.
Ha! You guys is funny. You should do stand-up. Easy to fly. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but also, I don't know. Fucking hell. Pay an extra bit of money to get, like, an artist draw it from the other perspective. All right.
So how much have you been able to figure out?
Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosted the power of curses, and brought forth the 7 mysteries of Hancho. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. Or at least that's my hypothesis.
Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the right of the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach.
You got 3 already? Wow. We have the curse stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does.
That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind Mio.
She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands.
Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out.
Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then.
Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows.
Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them?
Well, last night at school... You were here last night?
Yeah, you see...
Oh.
You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool!
So that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter.
Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg.
Oh yeah, so that's the reed, right?
What?
The one-sided reed.
This is bad.
What's so bad about that one?
You idiot, think! The curse bearer of the one-sided reed is...
It's Nejima.
Fumichika Nejima! He made it himself, that's his curse!
Oh, that's right! Wait, but if that's the case...
Nejima might have been here last night! What? I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but... What?
Who's Nejima?
No clue. So, Nejima's trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes.
He said he's gonna massacre the city at sundown today?
And he's trying to get to your daughter too? That's why we try to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information's been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night?
Well, as far as we know, there was us, Mr. Jonoichi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi.
Don't forget old man Ashimiya. Wait, Hitomi? Do you mean Hitomi Okuda? Second year student?
Well, yeah. Why?
You just ratted on. You said you wouldn't tell the cops she was there. Boss! So she was here last night.
I saw Hitomi earlier, though, and she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me.
Mio's a rat shit. Did you talk to her? I mean, I guess Mio's actually a cop.
Yeah.
Would you mind if we ask you a few questions about that?
Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this.
Ugh, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter.
A different matter? You mean about the police officer, Mr. Yoshimi?
You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him?
Yeah, she did, actually.
This is talking about the pigtail girls. Oh god. Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jonoichi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw?
That's what she told me. I wasn't there.
That must mean there's another curse bearer here last night. Jonoichi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss, do you really think it could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. Still possible Nejima was behind Jonoichi's death. But what about Hitomi's story?
Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something.
He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman?
Apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it, one that Michio had.
What kind of talismans could they be, boss? Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, they must have been pretty important.
Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found?
I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died.
Right.
Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? Absolutely not! I'd like to talk to her about this talisman.
I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi.
I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect.
To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us.
With good reason, apparently. You fucking snitch. Well then. Do you think she'd talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before? Oh, yeah.
They have. She told us about that. She might be willing to talk to her.
Alright, then we better find her fast.
You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying.
About this janitor. How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here?
Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? How did he just transfer to this school, though, so I have no idea.
He's around 50. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there were all kinds of rumors about him. I see. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all this.
Huh?
Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see.
What are you... No way.
There you are. Have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room.
Yeah, right away. Why is a janitor working overnight at a school?
Bad news! Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya?
The old man... Yeah, but that's the funny thing about, like, characters who come out of prison and look rough. Was like, what's, like a dragon. Like, Ichiban's in prison for, like, 20 years and he comes out and he looks like 10 years old. The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it. Oh. Why are you trying to take pictures of a janitor anyway? You perverts.
There you are. Call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away. Makoto!
I know these are probably just like common Japanese names, but still.
Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away.
I didn't expect this at all. How could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that. We knew his name was Makoto already. I know, but every time it comes up, I'm still going to say it. Just like the fact that the kidnapped boy was called Shuichi.
To think he was so close to us this whole time, ugh, it gives me chills.
A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school.
Let's hope it isn't already too late.
Oh, I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night. Maybe that's why he didn't kill her.
What? I don't like this one bit. Najima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but...
I'm glad nothing happened to you.
Because, like, when we told him that Mio was in there, he went and just immediately killed Mio. So maybe he's not targeting... Yeah, maybe he's leaving curse bearers alone. Could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building, too.
You did?
Good thing I didn't say anything. Wink, wink, wink.
You might have gotten very lucky there, kid.
Yeah, all right. We saw the bad ending. Is there a Hajime in this game? Yes, there is. I think the police officer is I don't know if their first or second name is called Hajime. Forensics is investigating the area. There were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. It'd be good to have Mio look around this scene too.
This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law. Help us. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about how the curses of these 7 mysteries first came about.
In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher guy.
You mean Mr. Araishi? I'd very much like to talk to him.
Oh, right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You'd know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the acting.
Do you know where he is?
I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers.
The cafe? Oh. Kurakikyo Cafe in Kamizawa. Thanks. We'll head over there now.
School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though.
Don't worry about it. I'll allow it.
Thank you.
That's all it takes.
There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this game is that it forces you to exhaust every dialogue option, which I don't hate. But it's like, because the girls are like, okay, we'll go now, after you ask us 3 more questions.
I'll be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Alright, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to her. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters.
What?
Oh, yeah, fuck. Okay, I totally forgot. Nakagoshi case is what they call X-Files.
So it was a Nakagoshi case. Why would Yoshimi tell her that?
Could you check on that?
I will, but I don't know if they'll pick up when I call.
Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau?
Well, yes, Nakagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy.
Ario does like the duck face. Just the fact that it's looking straight at us as well. I thought Nakagoshi was training Mio. Am I wrong? Where's Mio? I thought she was being trained by Nakagoshi. Is Nakagoshi on this list? No? Did I make that up? Oh, the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. A network of psychic including Mio. Oh, yeah. Current chief is Nakagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe and has served as Mio's mentor since discovering her. Yeah, I knew it. So she does know him. See, sometimes I read.
To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases.
What's up with that?
That amulet Hitomi was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery.
Skipper. Oh, we're done. Oh, we can talk to Yaka. I didn't realize we could talk to Yaka as well. I thought they just came as a pair. Something about a grudge? Do you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first.
I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ario.
Alright. Keep in mind this is just a theory, though.
Okay.
After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or a van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being a suicide. You feel like Ario is suspicious? I don't... Well, I mean, who knows? Knowing these kind of games, he could turn out to be the mastermind, but, like, I don't think he is. A van? Speeding?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Wait, did she just figure something out? Oh my god, like was she... What the fuck? A van. Wait, what? Yako, I didn't skip that. Did you just slap her? Yeah. Wait, was I...
Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think... I went a little crazy there. It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics if you're asking about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why John Oichi was so scared of Michio?
Well, about that. I'm not sure how exactly to put this, but...
I see. Well, I have expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me.
Sorry, it's hard to explain.
I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that.
Michio, what happened?
This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? This random girl you know is already involved with the case. Huh? What other options have I got? He did manage to win them over with the promise of food. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, scene of the crime. What's that rope all about? It indicates where Johnny Michi's body was found. They moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. That's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all... Ugh. Cool, Ariel. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff's a little much for a kid. I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. Alright, that's enough. Mia, what do you think?
I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of her curse still linger here.
Figured as much. Does that mean Jonoichi was killed by one of the curses of the 7 mysteries?
Yes. A strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace.
Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing?
I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess.
No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat?
Stop it, Mr. Tsutsubi. She's gonna get the wrong idea.
It's amazing, Mio. You're a professional.
You think?
You're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome.
When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is.
She's a girl boss. Gatekeep, girl boss, or gaslight, gatekeep, gruesome murder scene. Hey boss, forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Yo, thanks. They found us on the ground a short distance away. Ooh, what is it? What is it? Oh, what is it? What is it? Oh, a ribbon? The kind you use to tie up your hair. Oh. I've seen that ribbon before. Go on then. It's Michio's. What? Different music. Ghost music. I love this pose. Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely. I have the same one at home. We put them together. That has to be hers. And did she come back to life somehow?
But how?
Nani? If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go? That's the question. She got her revenge on Jonoichi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Oh, her like stepdad, right? Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision? Oh.
If she really did come back to life, it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live.
Oh.
I'm afraid that's all we can tell you.
Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nejime and Mayu Chozawa. It might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. The sushi, yeah, true. Got it.
Oh, got it. Thank you and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Ariishi about a way to lift this curse. Also, where's our fucking sushi?
All right, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready. Oh. Oh, that was still their chapter? Oh, no, that's just ended both the chapters. Oh, cool. I'm more interested in this right now. Let's go see what Hadaway's up to. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Jun Ario. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here's the brilliant Chief Inspector Tatsumi. Yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks.
Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting or putting me down.
So you two are detectives?
This is my client, Miss...
Oh, this is my client, Mrs. Haraway Shigima. This is a different Detective Jazz, though. Her father is a big deal. Her father is a big deal in the police himself. So remember to mind your manners.
A bigwig named Shigima? Boss, you know this guy?
Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons.
There's no need to worry. I am my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Look like you're getting off easy again this time.
Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that.
You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've always met have been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Keep it up.
Just hold on 1 second. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. Oh, so we're Hathaway talking to these boys now.
By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you.
Hey, we're asking the questions here, Tatsumi.
And that is...
Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo?
Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly...
With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady.
If you insist.
What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything?
I don't know much. I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's the daytime and his curse stone doesn't work.
Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around.
Wait a second.
I assume they were talking about you, investigator.
Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And as it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation.
Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary, huh? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You're asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult?
Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know.
I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something's happening in Honjo, isn't it? It must be something big if they got you head office guys on it.
Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter.
So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a simple private investigator. It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either.
We figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to the curses. To get this situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. You have any information that might help us?
Yeah, it's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo-jumbo to play into this. But if we're talking shady characters, there was this middle-aged fella I saw on South, I guess, East Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey.
Boss, what do you think? Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Ariishi. We already got his curse stone.
Impressive. You two are working quick.
Did you see anything else?
Not that I can remember.
That's a shame.
Because I wonder if the curse stone does anything in the day. Like, I wonder if he still knows that. I mean, he's a detective, so I imagine he knows that lion.
If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know.
Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Perhaps you could lend a hand in our case, too? There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your speciality, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case.
Ooh, the faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat.
I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they came. I see. Well, I can't say that's not fair. We need a private investigator for anyway. The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. What brings you here, Richter? You on a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year.
No, I remember now. You're that Haruo Shigima from the kidnapping case.
Did I miss something?
Don't be an idiot. It's a case where Monosara Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am.
Indeed. The story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part.
Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case.
Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? It's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hoped to talk to her family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. Huh? By the way, that reminds me.
Yeah?
You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance?
You knew?
I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously? Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking at a Yoshimi's case.
Yoshimi. Oh, right. Hajime Yoshimi's.
That's right. He died on the job. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I heard. It was a most unfortunate loss.
So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the juvenile division and Michio.
Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping?
Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth.
What?
You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. John Oichi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet, but the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true, then did you figure something out? Kankichiro Iwai! 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 Huh? He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to the Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. What's gotten into you? Boss?
I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked.
Screw that! You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just... Take that, you shitty door! That's how you do it! Hiya!
Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're the same as always. Everyone, come quick, look at this. Oh, they killed the bald man. What's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here.
Could that be Michio's dad?
Well, stepdad. Nah, he's your stepdad at best, if that. It's gotta be the body of Kenshiro. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. This man's a gooner. Jerked himself to death. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Did you find Jonoichi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Kohei Jonoichi had died from a number of heavy blows. Did we know him? Yeah, he got introduced like fairly recently. He died in a tragic self-sucking accident.
What you suggested, investigator?
It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She's the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. It's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then... Ah! Oh! My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? ¿Qué? What is this, a fucking quiz? Where was Michi Shiraishi at 8 o'clock this morning? I don't know, in the fucking graveyard. Because she dead. Hold up. How? Wait, I can look through the files, I guess. But is she? So supposedly she killed Jonoichi, yeah. So my first guess is the school. Oh no, or the school or her house where her quote-unquote stepdad was. Yeah, so currently the suspicion is she killed Jonoichi and her stepdad. That was like 2 a.m. or something. At the school, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know why I'm looking through this. Alright, what else? We found her body. We didn't. I'm just gonna guess the house. I see. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and choose again, shall we? You fucked up, you fucking idiot. Alright, well just tell me then. 8 o'clock this morning. What are the options? Bridge, gardens, river, bridge. I see. Very well. That was like a hunch. Because, I think I understand what's going on. Yeah, okay, I had a hunch and I think it's right. I think she's possessing Yako. I think she's possessing Yako, right? Because they mentioned that, like, they could possess somebody close to them. And Yako, when we see Yako at 8 a.m., she's, like, zoned out, standing outside her house. Plus, both the murders are in line with the fool's possession. Cool. You got it wrong one time. Well, it's a trivial matter. It may have been easier to reach that conclusion had you considered the cause of death. Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. That's an interesting aside. That was just like, hey, if you... That I feel like that was just to be like, hey, in case you didn't figure it out, like, she's possessing Yakko. So you really think Michio Shiraishi's alive? Just think it through and it all becomes obvious. It tracks, but do you really think that girl could have managed all this? First of all, Eriot, go report this to HQ. Understood. I'll get on it right away. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs a looking at. There's a... Oh, so these aren't these pictures Nejima? I guess you guys might not be able to see them as well as I can, but there's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Yeah, I think it's Nejima, isn't it? Hold on, these photos? Yeah. I need like a drawing of myself, but in like with this facial expression. These are all of Fumachika Nejima. Gross! Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over there. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. The sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame. Look at these. Pictures of Fumachika Nejima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Nejima's case? Perhaps they did this as to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Nejima might be involved in all this too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer of the curse stone now. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree. Oh dear. There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways, and it doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, this lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either. You don't say. That's right. We talked about it last night. I just got an achievement for accumulating 10 hours of playtime. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light. You don't say! You were the kid from back then! You were really brave. You did a great deed. Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. What's the age difference between these two, though? Maybe it's because they both look, like, young-ish. I wonder if he's supposed to be in, like, his 60s. And she I think, is, like, 40-ish, right? I've been worried that Fumachika Nejima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that arsehole's quite the resentful type. Oh, dear. She can't be 40, I think. Maybe 40's a bit old. But I think she must be younger if she was a little girl. Max 38. Yeah, that's true. If she was like, well, she was like a high schooler, maybe. I think we should, let's say she's like Yakko and Mio's age 20 years ago. So yeah, I guess she's like early 30s. I don't know. They just kind of like. Tatsumi has to be about 50. That would make sense then if she's like early 30s and he's like, you know, early 50s. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. I don't know though, because like anime, it's like, oh, he's an old man. He's 37. Seriously? On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here. The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Hawaii and Fumachika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location. Let's hope so. Floor. What are those chips? What are those Pringies? Are they Prongles? I can't help but wonder what in the world that... What was that, like a fucking snack? A mid-sacrifice snack? A snackrifice? They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time you're useless imitations, though. I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, who knew the Chief Inspector was such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon that information. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Western black magic. I never really thought about it as Western before, but yeah, I guess it is. It's because I'm Western. Decorations. There are candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these tools for some ritual? Don't touch anything, you hear? Ah, that's right. Considering this is a murder scene, we ought to leave everything as it is. All of this can be used as evidence. If anything besides forensics toys with this, it could cause trouble down the road. Old books. There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all of these. Let's save it for later and continue to look around. Oh. It's interesting. It's not like... Oh. What if it wasn't loathing but admiration? But then... Oh, okay. I was going to say it wasn't like check marking anything, so maybe I've got to search them in a certain order. It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumachika Nejima? It's quite a spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Don't worry, Richter. You're quite the spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare me with the likes of a bizarre criminal? You have offended my honor, man. With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. These aren't just cut from publications. They even snapped a number of shots of their own. They must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures? Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed. Floor gang. It looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. Something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think Iwai was the one chancing? Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they're trying to do. Books. Oh, save them for later? Oh, okay. Oh, but I guess we have to maybe finish on that. This draw's really old. You mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be allowed to touch things, right? Right, Ario isn't here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, they live in a poor neighborhood. Don't shame them. I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky. I see. Thank you anyway. Corpse. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwai. You've seen him before? Not many bald fellas around here. I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely. It's amazing. Well, cruel is what it is. Why did that need to be a separate interaction? Have we done everything except for the old books? What do you say, Chief? Let me take a look through if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. It seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You think the CYE guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. UIE doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, this here rune's for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Oh, that's why Yako had the flashback. That's why Yako had the flashback, because she was possessed by... Yeah. Resurrection? Like the right? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. He was trying to grow his hair again. What is it? This looks like a journal. A journal? His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. What is with the fucking zoom ins? Ah! What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So, this Kenkichiro Iwai fellow, he'd been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start. He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. Tell you the truth, it seems he was already getting funded after he acquired the grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this. It seems Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. Oh. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. Seems like Iwai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship Nejima of all people? This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Iwai had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yeah, it's been a mystery to us all from the start. Whoa, wait a minute, do you think... No way. Are you saying... That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. You've got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but Iwai had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Iwai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane! You're telling me that nutjob did all this for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection? That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Damn! That's it! That has to be it! Fucking hell! It all makes sense now! What is it? Law drop! Law drop! Law drop! So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we also found a baby. A baby? It was a girl. Looked to be around 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. He was pregnant. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died.
So was Nejima the father?
He told us he'd found her under a bridge.
He found her? She was abandoned? I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. Yeah, who do you think the baby is? The baby's probably a character, right? Who's 20? I just think who's the Yoko? I'm like, Yoko's the answer to everything. But Yoko can't be the baby and also the officer's daughter. I suppose there are those cases where the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Oh, you played Yakuza Infinite Wealth too. Spoilers.
Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumour from back then that I could never get out of my mind.
And it's starting to sound more likely now?
Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of more crimes than one got him committed. Back then, a lot of girls went missing.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or should I say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant.
Goodness. I really like this sprite of Hathaway.
That's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge.
I'm feeling sick. Stay strong, man. I know this is hard to hear.
Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were both running on speculation back then.
You're about to vomit. Yeah, don't vomit in a crime scene, for God's sake.
Now that old resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. Just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact he obtained a cursed stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection.
You're right. And here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre.
Chief Inspector.
Yeah? What happened to the child? Without a birth registration on file, best we could do was find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future.
Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. Do we think it's... I'm trying to decide if Yoko... Like, now I think Yoko is Nejima's daughter.
Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal.
We know Iwai had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nejima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. Oh, yeah, what if... You think that Tsutsumi is like her foster? Oh my god, she could be the answer to both. She could be the answer to both.
He thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic.
Correct. Turns out, because he was the officer that found it, right? It would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be Yoko. Turns out someone else gave him the idea. Get this. It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori.
Wait, the chairwoman?
So that's where this leads. Here, let me read what he wrote. The Queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. And if she does die, she wishes to be revived.
and she'll spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. She'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like. So she'd even throw money at the occults. The places greed'll take you. Well, then that brings us to... Could Yoko being adopted and the possible child of a serial murderer that ruined his marriage? I mean, I don't know. Because the question that's outstanding still is who is Tatsumi trying to revive? Who's Tatsumi lost? That's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the Rata resurrection. Starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for her if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's that all about? You can ignore that. Either way, I think how Iwai took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him in to keep a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, were just his unlucky marks. Who is Tsumi? Tatsumi. He's the cop. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am? Huh? This has something to do with me? Are you saying that... No. You can't mean... You realize then. Yeah, so he kidnapped her son. Perhaps... Huh? This is... Living sacrifice with my son, right? Was a child. Yeah. I think they kidnapped her son. That's exactly it. Why he moved in with the Shiraishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that man extracting the life force from someone young. Of course, that awful man. So it was Iwai, this man. Iwai worshipped Najima, so he must have also despised Najima's detractors. Oh, that's why he specifically targeted her son. Not to mention, he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. Oh, it all makes sense. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time? Fuck. You got it. Why he kidnapped Haruhi Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. Telling me the horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child. I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses, and then kidnapped him on his way back home. And he took Shuichi. Please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. Wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Sacrifices. What a stupid idea from a stupid little man. Okay, man. Let's just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? I can't believe this is... She's gonna... Oh, yeah. Oh, you think she's gonna start using a curse stone? Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. Currently watching a cat shit in our yard. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the house. Well, is that fertilizer? Will that help? Oh? Why he got in contact with Najima last year after Najima was released on parole. He's rubbing his ass on the dirt. What cat? What cat is it? What color is it? The orange one? Cute. Garfield? Granfeld? He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, seems most went to Nejima instead. Nejima's lurking around anywhere at the moment. It's probably in that hideout. Did he write where it is? Fortunately, no. Not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Where? No, she's alive. He meowed and walked away. What a cutie. That's right. Michio Shiraishi's alive. The fucking JoJo's pose. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. Oh. He once made a living by placing advertisements in magazines to sell phony magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple, and has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing, ostentatious world of late. Radical, fucking ostentatious? You're wearing a purple jacket and a yellow shirt. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down society and start over again, Kankichiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nejima murders were widely reported, it had a great impact on him, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Later arrested for his illegal business practices. Oh, and then he met Nejima. Oh, as for Shiraishi, he set his sights on her after encountering her at her part-time job. When he learned that Shiraishi family was in financial trouble, and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. Damn. Kankichiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals. Sacrifice a child. He chose Shuichi Shikima. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, he attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy, and when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, Kankichiro kidnapped Shuichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house. Told the young and courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. While his actions were motivated by a person... I'd say, like, how do we know all this? But we literally found his journal, so that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, warning Michio to keep silent about the murder. Kankichiro dumped the boy's body in the nearby river. Yeah. Wait, Toshiko died as well? Wait, where did I miss this? Oh, Kankichiro... Wait. Because of an embargo on the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry. Kankichiro had Toshiko perform the sacrifice by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Oh, so Toshiko killed Shuichi. Kankichiro the tiny... It doesn't mention anything about Toshiko dying, though, in here. Well, I don't think he was even the stepdad. I don't think it was that kind of relationship. I think he was literally just like terrorizing them and using their house and telling them to do his bidding. Are you feeling better now? We gotten some fresh air, ma'am. I'm fine. Suddenly, finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right, but Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio.
because she killed the kidnapper. There's that too. But it's for something else. Michio's the one killing all these people. And she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean. Hey, Richter? Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejim is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So, I'm counting on you. Oof. That was an intense chapter. Shit, we got a lot of lore there. Let's... Where are we at? Okay. We'll do a little bit more. I don't want to, like... it feels like we're like... I don't know, actually. I don't know. We'll see where we're at after this. Okay. So let's go see Araishi. We're allowed to go to a cafe. Yay. Yeah, why wouldn't they be allowed to go to a cafe? You know, normally you would be breaking school rules just by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. We know. It'll be okay. So, what did you want to ask me? Yeah, go if you would. Right. We wanted to ask you about this. Wow. Oh my, a curse stone. I've lost the Irish. An Okami mask. That must mean the Fool's Procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn, there of all places. Yako, you're one of them? You're a curse bearer? Please calm down, Mr. Arishi. Your reaction's too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? Probably flatter him. He's a piece of shit. Like, he looks down on us, right? So there's no way I don't think we're going to intimidate him. I guess we could intimidate him with the curse stone, but he probably knows enough. He probably knows enough to know that it's not going to work right now. It's just a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it's true that I'm likely the person most well versed in this matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Arishi. Won't you help us, please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and Seven Mysteries Curse Stone happening now? Oh, taking an interest now that you've received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your question with your subject's origins. Mr. Arishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempted to do so in the first place. Completing the rite itself had nothing to do with my research. Do you know of the ancient Onmyodo ritual known as the Feast of Shadows? What is that? Something from the occult? Miss Karazuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone. It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. Why is it you want to know? Well, they may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up. Right. Make something up. Why give me an option? It's one option. Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and I think it could really help your research. I see. Now that you mention it. Seems like he's reluctant to answer. And how about... Ask about his research. Then, what does that record of fates that you've been researching say about the Rite of Resurrection? Oh, I see. That's what you want to know.
Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the Record of Fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I've yet to publish this in a paper.
Yeah, okay.
The Record of Fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little known onmyoji called Seiman Tsuchimikado. Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff. If nothing else, remember this. Seiman Tsuchimikado. I've never heard of him. Tsuchimikado. I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so it's written in the Record of Fates. As brilliant as Seiman was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the Rite of Resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that had never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family, and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The Record of Fates are the writings Seiman recorded on the road to Edo.
I see. So he rode out to perform the rite itself.
The Rite of Resurrection makes use of Abe no Seime's speciality, the Taizen ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. It uses soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that's been called.
I never knew something like that existed.
Thus, it's thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the Rite of Resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the Record of Fates end there. There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones? There's nothing written about them in the Record of Fates. The curse stones are separate from the Rite of Resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite. That's similar to what Mio said, actually. Oh, and so on Myoji, this is cool, an officially appointed government position. They were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies in yin and yang and wuxing, the 5 elements, to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. Cool. Okay. How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite?
Excuse me, Mr. Ariishi?
What is it, Miss Kurosuzu?
You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the Rite of Resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries are related somehow. What proof did you have of that?
You really know your stuff, but about that was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines.
Oh, it was just nonsense then?
Not exactly, rather, it's not a complete fabrication. There's a basis for it.
That is?
Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple of students so passionate about this topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the Record of Fates. It was just after Seiman arrived in Honjo. There were records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead.
A conflict over resurrecting the dead?
I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. Oh, that's the only remaining reference.
9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual.
I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. It's not like the hugest, greatest, most sensationalized, worst tragic event in all of human history, or whatever the fuck. Danganronpa. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
So what you're saying is, the resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Seiman's Rite of Resurrection.
Your dog is sleeping?
Pobrecito.
That's how the Record of Fates ties everything together.
To put it in chronological order, first Seaman brought the right of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point Seaman was likely using a different name. Then in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this right, the Honjo incident. He's relaxed? I don't know, it's just I like saying pobrecito. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain... Yes. So that's the Honjo incident.
So that's how they're connected. Then if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite.
How are the 7 mysteries related to the rite? And there's more. With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. What? Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who've received the curse stones. Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted into your mind. I did! Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together, it will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. Oh. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Ugh. Should I? I don't see why not, yeah. It doesn't, I don't think it changes anything.
I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get.
Tell him. Okay, Mr. Arishi, I'll tell you. Excellent. So, basically it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not that one, then. What do you mean? Among the 9 victims of the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seaman himself! Ooh, or so I suspect.
Seaman was one of the victims of the Honjo incident too? Meaning an Onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo?
Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. Or maybe that's the one that Nejima has. Maybe that's the curse, the reed. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Meow. Then maybe with Seaman's curse echo we could...
Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation.
Hey, what are you two whispering about? Nothing, sorry. How many have you gathered so far? I have learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. So you haven't gotten any more. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach.
What are they about?
First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Onmyoji appears distinctly in this one.
Really?
But not Seaman, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the rite of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seaman. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. That detective did well to escape this one.
So a female Onmyoji and rival of Seaman was involved in the Honjo incident.
I've also just had a thought. Sorry, I don't know why that's popped in my head. There must, because, what's his face tried to use the Foot-Washing Mansion on Tatsumi? I wonder if there must be a bad end for Tatsumi then, right? If I had my volume up. I wonder if that's like I wonder like how easy it is to 100% this game. Like I wonder just how many different branches there are. Oh my god. I'm just looking at the picture that Raph sent me. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Hang on. I deactivate the... No, there are no voices. Oh, it's so...
hang on. I'm just gonna show you a picture. I'm just gonna show you this cat. This is the cat. Oh, did Raph post it in the general Discord? This is the cat taking a dump, looking at the dump, burying the dump, burying the dump, burying the dump. Okay. No, so there is no voice acting in this game, but there is one of you know, the best way I can compare it is to, you know, are you familiar with whichever Metal Gear Solid game it is where the way to defeat one of the bosses is to plug your controller into the second port? It's got stuff like that, like kind of like meta outside of the game things. So there's one thing where literally Psycho Mantis, exactly, yeah. There's one thing where like the enemy like attacks you, and he's like, as long as you can hear the voice of my curse echo, you will die. And the way I was stuck on it like 3 times round, and I was like, why the fuck can I not choose the dialogue option that helps me in this? And then you get a hint from the narrator, which is like, there's something you can do that like no one in the game can do. And then you basically have to go into the menu and turn the voice volume down, and then you replay it, and he's like, wait, why can't you hear my voice? Because there's no fucking voice acting in the game. So like, it's just for that one bit. Okay.
That certainly is interesting.
Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echoes from a craftsman of Netscape carvings named Jin Kichi, who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. Yeah, it's a very cool game. I'm enjoying it a lot. Like, the gameplay elements are super cool. It's a very interesting, cool visual novel. We haven't even seen the curse stuff. I think if this is the first you've seen of the game, we're kind of in like chapter 2 right now, which is during the daytime. But in chapter 1, like, everyone was using curses, and you had an option to like up in the corner here there would be something that would say use curse, and you could like kill someone basically. But in the daytime the curses don't work. So in this chapter no one's using them. We're just a lot of talking. Something that granted her the ability to bring back the dead. Precisely. This man Jinkichi must have been in contact with Seaman. If I could just collect all of the memories, everything will be revealed and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That's the knowledge I desire.
Lady, you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers.
Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives, but they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures on my own. What's the trigger for the curse to occur? Yes?
You never really finished out what the trigger for all this was.
Well, I don't know.
Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry.
What are you talking about?
Someone left a warning that at sundown today they'd use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago.
What? Something so terrible will happen?
I would allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Arishi, please, tell us everything you know.
This is a real lore dump chapter. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman.
A woman?
Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I didn't actually see what she looked like. If it's fucking Yoko... 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice.
A woman's voice?
It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the right of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far and wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet.
1 month? Did she specify the time period?
I was told if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then.
Must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. Tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right.
This makes it likely that the odor of the voice is the mastermind behold all of this. Hence I went public with the record of fates. The Haku and occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. As it Haku subs?
Right, I mean, no, that's not important. Just some personal business. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. Meow, 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 meow. Those are all the details I have. Is there anything else? Very well. I've told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing.
What might that be?
About Seaman's record of fates. There's a sort of continuation to it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. Actually, a section written in Seaman's own hand was appended to the manuscript, according to which, after the Honcho incident, Seaman lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy become its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It was supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection.
Really?
Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate? If Seaman died in the Honjo incident, then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? What's with that dog face? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Seaman possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of Oh. You're telling me Seaman used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance, so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then, is it not possible that Seaman himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Seaman. What? They died in the Honjo incident for the soul dregs? It sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I needed the resentful memories to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Seaman's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. That's going to be important, isn't it? It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated, and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched.
Seaman had descendants? So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now?
It's all Yoko, I think. I guarantee it's all Yoko. In fact, I've tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known Onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree doesn't exist. Seems likely the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll.
Sure you do. So basically, in the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll, Seaman himself wrote about ways to handle the curse and the rite, yeah?
That's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but I haven't found a single lead. So if you do find out anything about other resentful memories of Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? That's the real extent of everything I know. Okay.
I understand. Thank you for your help.
Oh, a sticker! There's a sticker there! There was a sticker! How are you supposed to get it? Street.
We've learned a lot.
So to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it.
Right. If we could just find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle this situation.
But even Mr. Ariishi didn't have any leads on where it is.
How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved too.
Right. About what to do next?
Good question. It may be best to give the information we just learned to Inspector Tatsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the record of Fate's Yin Scroll. We're sure Tatsumi might know more about it.
Should we go back to school then?
Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Arishi the record of fates. It must be the mastermind, don't you think?
Why does every game have to have a mastermind? And he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're Yoko.
You don't sound like the Yako I know. But let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that.
Really? I guess I'm just not feeling that confident right now.
I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Omiyoji who's a rival of Seimin.
That reminds me. You know what's nearby here, don't you? Hmm?
Kibibero Michio.
Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always get cleared anyway.
I'm sure it must be hard to have been reminded of Michio's death all the time. That reminds me, Yako?
Yeah?
When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too?
Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why?
Did anything seem different that day?
What's this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it, that day I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a bit. But I came to right away and felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it.
I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks.
Hmm? Excuse me, you girls over there. Ah! Uh-oh!
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention.
And who might you be?
I'm Yutaro Namigaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday, I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up.
I just remembered I had this set up.
A curse bearer?
Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up the cursed stone at the foot washing mansion.
The foot washing mansion, so you're the one Inspector Tatsumi was talking about.
Oh, you already know. That makes this simple. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh, hey. You're in the driver's seat? What? I didn't see this coming. Wait, what? Just now was I doing something?
Sorry, Mr. Namigaki, what might be the matter?
Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you had a little time?
How about you do it right here in public where everyone can see?
Discuss something with us?
Okay. Rafa served me green and white pasta. Thank you, Raf.
You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that.
Huh?
I'm sure you'd learn a few things yourself. Not now. Later's fine. I'll be waiting around Ryogoku Bridge.
Something rubs me the wrong way about this, but he mentioned Michio. What do we do?
Go to the school first, I think. Fuck this creep.
Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass.
Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryogoku Bridge if you change your minds.
I know, what the fuck? Like, as if they couldn't make this character any more suspicious. Oh, I wonder if I have to. I wonder if I have. Should we? I'm tempted. I'm tempted. Let's resume. Start from Namigaki's appearance. I'm tempted to just see what happens if we end up going with him. Whee! Talk to Yutaro.
I suppose we may as well hear what it is you have to say.
Glad to hear it. Then shall we relocate somewhere else?
Uh-oh. I don't trust this guy.
So, what did you want to discuss with us?
Let's see. How do I put this? I'll tell you straight. I want you to use your curse stones to bring Mishio Shiraishi back from the dead.
What? Oh. 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 I mean, that makes sense. That's who he wants to bring back. Because he fucking killed her in a hit and run. He probably, like, feels guilty and wants to bring her back.
It's why I was pursuing the rite of resurrection in the first place.
It's convenient. Yeah, I think it's less. I think just like the more you play, like you find out like everybody is connected, everybody like intertwines.
Unfortunately, I had to give up my curse stone before I could succeed. But you two are curse bearers with some kind of connection to her, which means this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask you for this.
Well, I'm sorry this is all so sudden. I still don't understand why you'd want this. What exactly is your relationship with Michio?
Well, we met briefly once. It was so sad to hear the news of her death the other day.
Right.
Well, it would be great if we could bring back Michio. We've already decided not to use the rite of resurrection.
Is that so?
I need like a zoom in and I need like a hand with glasses.
It seems, however, that we share a goal. I wouldn't mind collecting the soul tracks for you if you gave me your curse stone, you know?
We'll have to decline that as well. Our goal is to stop this curse.
I see. Well, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to give up on the curse stones.
Thank you for your understanding.
Doubt. We met briefly once. I'll go murder with black magic for her.
Yeah, I thought he was a little suspicious, but he left without making a fuss. Why does he want to bring Michio back?
Huh? Yako. It'd be more, you know what would be more interesting is if they didn't just tell us that he killed her. Because then you'd be like, wait, what the fuck? Like, it's interesting that they chose to include that scene where it's basically just like, yeah, he was the hit and run driver. So this is why. It'd be interesting if they left that for like a reveal and they just had Yako acting suspiciously or something. I don't know.
Did she go have somewhere while we were talking?
Yako! The plot thickens though. That is interesting that he's involved, that he's the fucking hit and run driver.
Oh. I finally caught up to you. I don't know if you noticed me following you or not, but leading me to a secluded place, you've got guts. I'm sorry, but I'll be taking your curse stone.
Who was a strange woman with him? That got explained. He was like, she was like his quote unquote girlfriend, but she doesn't really like him. I forget why she was with him. She was just like using him for something. But, like, she wants the curse stone to bring back a famous artist.
Either you hand it over, or I'll have to take it by force.
This sprite is so funny.
What? Why? Are you... No, she's here again. I don't understand. Wait, it was just an accident. I swear, I didn't mean to. That's why I was trying to bring you back.
You're already too late.
What? 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 Is that like a bad ending? Where's Monokuma? Wait, what? Do I wish to skip the performance? I guess not. People deserve credits. I do like how it goes very fast. After this, Fumichika and Nejima went on to... Wow! So this is like, if you don't do something by this point, you get game over or something? Went on to use the power of his curse to commit mass murder, shocking the public with the unprecedented tragedy. And from that day on, Yako Sakazaki was never heard from again. Bad ending. Ending 1. Michio's grudge. There's multiple endings. Whoa, what? Cool. Cool. Okay, I was gonna call it here anyway, but like that is fun that we got a bad ending. That's God. So much got revealed in like these like 2 or 3 chapters. We know like most of the mysteries now. 6 endings. Cool. We know most of the mysteries now. I guess what we don't know is like the broader mystery. We don't know like who's responsible for the curses, and we're still missing a few curse holders. But like all the kidnapping stuff has kind of been explained. Michio's stuff has been explained. Cool. I don't know. I have a feeling we probably have, I have a feeling this is probably like a 1 more stream. I feel like it must be if we're at this point, and it's... I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how much more there is. I feel like it's 1 more stream, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to call it. God, this game's cool. If I hadn't mentioned already. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Maybe not. Who knows? Who could say? Honestly, in this crazy mixed up world. Good fucking game. I don't know when I'll finish this. Unique. Yeah, it's very cool. Like, I haven't played a lot of visual novels. Because, like, Danganronpa's not really a visual novel, right? But just super cool. Just super cool. Right. At some point in the next week, I'll finish this game. And we'll figure it out. All right. Cool. All right. Twitch. What are we gonna? Whatever are we gonna do with you, Twitch? We'll send you over to Tenta because they're just They're talking about anime news, and I think they're watching like anime trailers and stuff, so that sounds fun. That's light. We'll go right there. All right. Yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Maybe some streams this weekend, maybe not. Who knows? But we'll finish this game soon. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Can we get more